We know now how is it possible to separate functions within a big program. We can separate these functions into standalone source modules, and these source modules then can be invoked by the main module. So the main as a function and the subject of the invocation will be in two different modules. Only the linker will be able to merge these two modules in the final step of the compilation process, of the build process. Now, apparently, when we want to invoke a function, before that, prior to that, it has to be declared. So the declaration of a function and the invocation of a function will be in two separate files. In practice, there can be a multitude of these modules, of these source files, and these source files always have to be tracked, followed with the sequence of the declarations, which in case of a big number of modules can lead to a very confusing situation. We can simplify this procedure with a thing called header file. To demonstrate how header files work and how they are used, expand the previous example with where we wrote an addition function. We expand it now with a multiplication function. So start with the good old console application. Create a new console, C++ console application. It will be the hello world again, and add another module, which this time will be a little bit more than just an addition. So let's call this module arithmetic.cpp now. The way to add a new module to the project is right click on the project name, add the new C++ source file, and choose. Give it a name. It will be the name of the source file, so it's arithmetic. CPP is not needed. It will be automatically added by Qt creator, and finish. So there we are. We have an empty arithmetic CPP. To make it a little bit more apparent, we can split the windows, split the main window to see the two files at once together, with the window split side by side. And now click on the left side, choose main CPP, click on the right side and choose arithmetic CPP, which is still empty. Write the addition function first. It's very simple, and now we know to be able to invoke it from main, we have to declare it there too. If we execute the addition, it will hopefully compile. Let's try it. Yes, it works. Next step, create the multiplication. So it's int mul. I use different variable names just to keep it clean. And now comes the multiplication. Because we want to demonstrate the relation between the functions, we want one function invoking the other function now. So as a method to write the multiplication, we choose a very primitive process. We shall add the number to itself in cycles. So first we need a temporary variable to hold the result. Then the cycle. And now the body. Finally, we return with, this time, extern. We have the multiplication, but to be able to execute it, we also need the declaration of add, because add is defined after mul. But as a usual process, a common practice to follow is to declare actually every function in the module. Now if we want to invoke the multiplication here in main CPP, then we can do it, but before that we also have to declare it here. As a matter of fact, the program should be running now. As you can see, it really is. However, we must notice, if we want to expand the number of functions in arithmetic CPP, we'll have a tremendous list of declarations here in synchron with the declarations in main CPP. So main CPP in most cases will have to be exactly the same, identical to arithmetic CPP, which is a problem because if you want to change anything in this module, you will have to follow it in another module. To go around this problem and to make the whole system a lot more simple and readable, we can use a header file. A header file is a list, a file containing nothing but the list of declarations. We can add the header file by right click and add new, C++ header file, choose. As a name, we usually use the same name as the source file it belongs to. So in this case, it's arithmetic CPP. the extension of the file name will be H. It will be added by the system automatically. So we have the new program. It's on the left. The new module, it's on the left now. And the place we have to add our declarations is between the define and the endif macro lines. What we do is we cut out the declaration from arithmetic CPP and write it into the header file, paste it into the header file. We have a header file now, and if we want to put it back in compilation time into arithmetic CPP, then all we need to do is instruct the compiler with an include to do it. And please notice when we start typing, the system will offer the header file we just finished. Arithmetic H, arithmetic header, is actually ready. We don't have to do anything with it any further, so we can close it and we can return back to main, where we can also delete the list of declarations and replace it with the same include arithmetic header. Include is always put at the beginning of the source file. We have the system up and running now. Try to build and run it, and it works. The advantage of this setup is we have a header file containing all the declarations within arithmetic CPP. If we want to change anything in arithmetic CPP, as long as it has no effect on the input or output types, we don't have to change arithmetic H. The minute we change something in the interfaces, we can follow it with arithmetic header, but that's the only place where we have to do any update. We don't have to update it at the place of the invocation, in this example main.cpp.